3-point. Welcome to Brady Street Stadium. Jim Meenan here along with Cy Robinson, and we have got a very interesting night of football ahead of us tonight, Cy, as two teams coming in here with a 2-1 record, but they've got a field, I guess, could best be described as the kind of field a little kid would love to play on because they can't get yelled at for being in the mud.
That's right, Jim. The first mud bath bowl of the year right here. And it really looks bad down there for the fourth week of the year, that's for sure. So they're going to have trouble with footing. They're going to have trouble hanging on to the ball. Many things can happen to you when you got a field like this.
Coach, I'm sure in your career as a head coach, you coached in several games of this type, especially even on this field. How much does it or does it not change your strategy?
Well, it changes your strategy in that I think you like to throw the ball a little bit more because I think the pass catchers have a little bit of advantage over the defenders, yet the quarterback has more trouble hanging on to the ball. So you kind of have to watch. You don't change your strategy a whole lot. If you're a pounding type football team, then this is all right. There's no problem. But if you're kind of a finesse type team, I think it hurts you a little bit.
Well, this game features the #1 rusher in the MAC, Nate Numkina of Bettendorf, versus the #4 rusher, Ira Gooch of Davenport West.
Ira Gooch had a great game last week, about 85 yards, as did Numkina. And not only that, in West's big victory out there at Norris Scott, young man by the name of Keith Pearson, the backup tailback for West, had over 100 yards last week. So combined, they had a lot of yardage together. Uh-oh, it's raining.
Well, Shane, oh wow, is it coming down as Shane Cochran gets set to kick, and the ball just fell over, perhaps due to this downpour right here as we're about to start the game. Wow, we're in the best place. There's no doubt about that. Wow, as the fans put up the umbrellas. It just went from mud bowl to sea bowl.
Perfect timing. Perfect timing.
Yeah. Swirling rains as Cochran gets set to kick off. Line drive. Looks like it might go out of bounds and does. So Bettendorf will have good field position here. If we can ever find what position the field is.
They'll bring that ball up to the 40. It'll be first down for the Bulldogs. So that kind of gets them out of the hole, right out of the blocks, just on the kickoff.
However, I think I would rather be on defense than offense right now. That ball is going to be very slippery.
Jimmy, you better get a look at those pretty uniforms because they're not going to be that way very long.
Seth Holmes will be the quarterback for Bettendorf. He just trots onto the field with the play. Of course, he's going to be handing off to big number 33, 6'1", 210-pound senior, Nate Numkina, his fullback. Got receivers flanked wide to the left. I think this will be a straight handoff, though. Give it to the second man through, Numkina. Make that tailback, Numkina, and he picks up about 4 to 5 yards. What rain coming down. You can even see it on your TV screen rather easily.
Coming hard. Looked like Eric Dilly was out there to make a shoestring, but Numkina dove about 3 yards after he was touched. So that's going to be the story of this game right there, I think, Jim. Just try to beat you down.
Nick Denner checks in with the play. #1 flanked out with him wide left, Pat Franks. Denner in the slot. Numkina and Colvin behind quarterback Seth Holmes. Holmes hand off to Numkina.
Good tackle.
Colvin that time, and I don't even think he may have got back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by number 51, I believe it was Jesse Offner, the outside linebacker on this near side. Linebacker to the opposite side, Nathan Robinson, number 44, setting the defense for the Falcons. Number 68, Nick Francis at one of the tackle spots. O.J. Payne.
3rd and 7. Split backs behind the quarterback. Look at the pass, and incomplete. He was looking to find number 2 out there, Pat Franks, but the pass incomplete from Seth Holmes. It's not going to be easy to do anything out there right now.
We just saw one of the big problems they're going to have tonight, Jim, and that's throwing a football with a decent spiral so it doesn't look like a wounded duck out there.
Deep to receive. Number 6, Ira Gooch for Davenport West.
And Pearson, number 2.
Keith Pearson, and the punt Decent kick, especially in this conditions. They're wisely going to let it hit the ground. However, that ball just about hit. That just about hit Keith Pearson, but he hurdled it at the last second. Boy, this is going to be one weird, wild game.
Ball's going to take some splashes tonight.
Well, you can just see the puddles being further added to down on the track.
Well, excuse me, Jim.
Go ahead.
I was going to say Bettendorf went from pretty good field position. Now West got pretty good field position on the exchange. But
Andy Mosier at quarterback, Ira Gooch in the backfield behind him along with O.J. Payne. Give straight ahead, first man through, and this time that is Keith Pearson. Keith Pearson in the backfield along with Ira Gooch. Give to Pearson, gains a couple yards.
Brought down by Ryan McGivern, big junior defensive end from Bettendorf. 6'1", setting the defensive line. Todd Zambrano at a tackle. He's 6'8", 280 in the program, or 260, I believe. Adam Fay, 6'8". Nose guard.
Stephen Bennett out wide right. Twin backs behind the quarterback. Fumble, our first of the game. And he's smashed as the quarterback recovers. Andy Mosier just slipped out of his hands right away.
Like I said, how many are we going to have tonight, Jim? Give me a prediction.
I'll go with 13.
13. I got to stay with 8 to 10.
What do we got? One so far.
One so far. Boy, is it coming down.
Got to admire the fans hanging in there. High formation for Davenport West. Both teams coming into this encounter with a 2-1 record. Andy Hoyer out wide to the right. Give to the second man through Pearson. And he's going to pick up about 4 to 5 yards. But it'll be, I believe, fourth down. Yes, fourth down. Sometimes you aren't sure if you didn't look at the the down marker. They switch it so quickly at some places. Not here. Not here.
Well, another crucial part of the game all night long right now is going to be the punt snap and see if they can get it back there without snapping it over somebody's head.
Shane Cochran to kick, and he fumbles it, and he is going to be smothered down there at about the 25-yard line. Number 73. Yes, that's right, number 73 for Bettendorf.
Yeah, Jim Smith, big Bettendorf nose guard, I believe. Well, I was worried about getting a snap back there. The snap was perfect, but Cochran couldn't find a handle on it and dropped it, and by then the defense was there.
A good night to have some coarse gloves on your hands, I think, if you're the punter. That too.
They made that illegal about 5 years ago, I think.
I formation for Bettendorf. Give first man through. Numkina.
Brought down by all-conference tackle Joe Cardell, big senior co-captain for West High School.
So Numkina picks up about 4 yards. About 5 more plays of that, and they'll be in the end zone. Second down from the Davenport West 23-yard line.
This is a night made in heaven for Numkina, Jim. This just give them the ball and let them smash up there.
Holmes, the quarterback, barking the signals. Gives to the first man through this time, and about 3, maybe 4 yards to the 20. Numkina.
Tackled by the middle of the red shirt defense out there. Looked like number 34. I'll have to look at my program for that one. O.J.
Payne.
O.J. Payne, I believe. Yeah.
Boy, the field was in bad shape before the game started, but the rain started almost perfectly timed as the national anthem ended. I formation for Bettendorf. Give to Numkina. Hurdles some people at the line. He's inside the 10, down to the 5. Inside, right at the 5-yard line. Numkina with a nice hurdle there as he went over right tackle and almost went all the way.
Excuse me, Jim. One of the defensive halfbacks, Mike Oberhaus, saved the day. Numkina kind of ran over him there, but he did manage to bring him down inside the 5. Pretty good hole there on the right side of the offensive line for Bettendorf.
Well, Coach, you already predicted it. This is a night made in heaven for Numkina, and he's making you look right so far. 7-14 and counting to go in the first quarter. I formation for Bettendorf. Holmes gives to Numkina. No, I think this time is it Colvin. Numkina.
Brought down by Cardell again.
Pick up
and
about
also,
3.
O.J. Payne again. They seem to be running right over their right guard, over big number 67, Chad Burke at the right guard spot, 6'3", 265, and he moves well for a big kid at that guard position. Adam Fay right beside him, already committed to Northwestern University.
Wow. Sandy Trent checks in with the play. Give to the second man through, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown. See, that might have been...
couldn't tell... is that Colvin or Numkina,
I think it was
Jim?
Colvin.
It was
Colvin.
Outside isolation plays, all it was, just block the fullback up to the right side, give it off to the tailback for the 6.
Rob Colvin, 5'10", 190-pound senior, is who we're getting the official word on for the touchdown. Number 11 set to kick. Scott Shara for Bettendorf. Here's a good test for this kicker. Boy, strong boot. Nice leg on that young man as he booted that through.
Almost hit the scoreboard with it, didn't he?
20 to 30 yards past the goalpost. 7-0 Bettendorf. Here early with 6:27 to go in the first quarter. Marching in about 29 yards after after sacking the punter who had recovered his own fumble for Davenport West.
There again,
just want to remind you that tonight's action being brought to you by Independent Insurance Service Incorporated, 1519 East Locust Street in Davenport. 383-5559 is the number to call.
Good football teams take advantage of your mistakes, Jim. Right there, the West High fumble, very costly down there. Bettendorf was able to take it in. That's going to be the story of this game. The fewest mistakes.
They made their PAT kick. Scott Shara with just a beautiful boot kicks it through. This one is down to the 20, picked up and staggering around down there, getting out to about the 27, then being indecisive as he's swarmed under by the Bettendorf crew, number 21.
Mike Oberhaus. Just did a good job picking the ball up and getting what little he could out of it.
And hanging on to it, Mike Oberhaus. So we've had 2 fumbles already. And Davenport West has already been victimized by one. Their punter, Cochran, unable to hold on to the ball, and he was swarmed under, and Bettendorf marched 29 yards after that for the first touchdown of this game. Still raining like crazy out there. Andy Moser gives to Gooch. Gooch doing a little bit of slipping and sliding, picks up about 7 yards.
He didn't act like there was any mud on the field at all that time, Jim. He just got the ball and followed his fullback up through the left side and picked up
Ira Gooch,
8 yards.
4th leading rusher in the conference, but as you pointed out, Coach, earlier tonight, Keith Pearson in that backfield had over 100 yards last week. So Davenport West certainly has a ground attack that can run in this weather, I would think. O.J. Payne at fullback this time with Gooch deep in the I formation. Give us to Gooch. Slides to the left side. He's got a first down and some running room out to about the 43-yard line.
Looks to me like the Ira Gooch has picked it up just a notch from that first series that they had, and he's a little mad at himself, I'm sure, for fumbling the ball away.
Well, there's one guy in the annals of football who made a name for himself on a field like this. He also made a name for himself on several other fields, but a guy by the name of Gayle Sayers had quite a day in the mud against San Francisco many, many years ago. I say that to Cy because I know he can remember him as well as I. Some
guys as old as we are.
Right. May not be able to remember him. Give us to Gooch off the left side. He's got about 7-8 yards and finally knocked out of bounds. Ran out of running room or he might have gone.
Nice blocking out there on the left side by the West offensive line. I believe it's Nick Francis at the tackle out there, Ryan Fox at one of the guards, Craig Stender at center, and tight end Steve Bennett, Jeff Bass at the other guard, Joe Cardell at the other tackle, and number 81 Darren Riggs coming over on the at the other tight end spot.
Big challenge ahead for that Bettendorf defense. Well, Eric Justin, number 39, Adam Fay, number 76, We'll run down that lineup for you. Back to pass. Mosier looking, now lofts it downfield. Intercepted by Bettendorf. Tackled by Bennett. Picked off.
I think that was designed to be a longer pass play, Jim, because Clips was the tight end on the far side that time, and he went straight down to the post, or straight down to the corner pattern, and the ball was underthrown probably by 5 to 8 yards. So they're going to have to shorten up their patterns. The ball's too slippery.
Pass picked off by number 88 for Bettendorf.
Chris Kinsler, the safety man.
Chris Kinsler. So we've got another turnover, but this time it was a pass, so it'll be first down from the 35 for Bettendorf. Numkina up to the right side for a gain of about 3 yards.
We've seen a lot of that play brought down by number 64, Eric Dilly. Dilly's getting a lot of action at that inside left linebacker spot, it looks like.
Checking in with a play for Bettendorf, number 7, Sam DeTrent. I formation for Bettendorf. Give to the second man through. Numkina.
Okay, looks like he's brought down by...
Is that Colvin? I think that was Colvin on the carry.
Yeah, I think it was too. I was trying to see the number of the tackler, which was Dilly again over on the right side. So crucial down here for West, 3rd and 3. Ball's on about the 45, if you can see that chalk line. I don't just barely see it.
Just short, based on where the officials lined up, it looks like about the 44. Pat Franks wide to the left, I formation for Bettendorf. Pitch to the deep back.
This is
He
Colvin.
Barely gets up to the line and breaks several tackles.
Unbelievable.
Boy, it looked like he was brought down, then twisted, turn, the deep back. Colvin picks up the first down. Nice job of running.
4 red shirts there to make a tackle, Jim, but nobody wrapped him up, and he wound up gaining about 6 yards on it. Good running by Colvin.
Rob Colvin. Apparently he's a good skater, because that's what it looked like he was doing out there.
First down, we're almost to midfield.
Franks out wide to the right. I formation for Bettendorf. The Bulldogs coming in 2-1, give straight ahead to Numkina, and he picks up about 6 yards down inside the 45 to about the 44-yard line.
I'll tell you, when Bettendorf's got the ball from about 35 to 35 in the middle of the field there, he's going to get the football.
And why not?
It looks like I don't know what that looks like. A lot of mud. A lot of mud.
It's still coming down just about as hard as it did from the opening kickoff, and that's about exactly when it started. That's why you see a decent crowd here despite this rain. I formation. Holmes back to pass. Looking, incomplete.
Good pass defense back there. Number 30 for West High School.
So they're looking for Chris Kinsler on the pass.
Oh, okay. That's Tony Adrian. Tony Adrian had just came out for football about 3 weeks ago. He was late coming out. He finally got out for football, and he started for him last year at that position. And he's not yet in the program, I don't believe. So Tony Adrian playing that right defensive halfback spot for West.
Wide to the right, Pat Franks. Sam DeTrent inside of him in the slot. I formation. Been a fumble. Quarterback Holmes has trouble, but is able to recover it.
Well, that's the third fumble we've seen tonight.
Seth Holmes able to recover it, and it is unbelievably muddy right at the midfield stripe. The ball is going to be spotted at the 47, 4th down, and about 6 yards to go for a first down.
Well, the defensive ends will be looking for the bad snap here.
Eric Jessen checks in late for Bettendorf, and I think they called a timeout, get everything straight. They don't want to give up an easy score here on a bad snap or not enough protection for their punter.
they want to make sure they get this punt off, because if they do, it's going to put West in, should put them in fairly poor field position unless they get a good return on.
As you can see the crowd and their umbrellas here on Family Ties Productions, Cox Cable Channel 38. It is really raining, and when you can see the rain on your TV screen, that's when you know it's coming down mighty thickly.
It's getting some people wet out there.
We're now about 10 minutes into our rain as there's 2:05 to go here in the first quarter. Bettendorf leading 7-0. They're about ready to punt to Davenport West. Ira Gooch and Keith Pearson back there. I'll tell you, it's going to be an interesting night. I've got to believe somebody's going to break one a long way somewhere in this, because there's some talent on the field to do it. And of course, the question is, can anybody stand up for 20 to 30 yards? Here's the punt. Nice booming kick. Gooch takes it at his own 10. Tries to elude one tackler, doesn't quite do it, gets out to about the 19-yard line.
See, he had his wall set up to the near side, Jim, and he was forced by the defenders to take it to the side where he had no blockers, so he's immediately brought down over there. Good defense, good job by Bettendorf coming down in there, kick coverage lanes and covering the punt returner.
Good job by the Bettendorf punter, whose name escapes me. But we'll get it to you. I think we'll see him out there a lot tonight.
Yeah, we'll probably see him again.
Split backs behind the quarterback. Mosier give to Gooch around the left side. He slips just when he had some running room. He still gained about 6 yards.
Looks like he was brought down by number 42 from Bettendorf. Terry Walters seeing some action tonight, a linebacker.
That West front five, Eric Jessen, Adam Fay, Jim Smith, Todd Zambrano, and Jason Sage, the linebackers, Nate Namkina and Rob Colvin, who also play in the backfield for Bettendorf. And the defensive backs, John Bloom, Brian Cox, Chris Kinsler, and Scott Shara, who's also their place kicker. Give to Gooch off the left side, slips, slides, and then is swarmed under. They really like going to that left side so far tonight, Coach.
I think they're going to where there's some grass on the field, maybe, but
that's a good point. To get some grass right away there, or if they're going to the far side of the field, they're going to go through a lot of mud to get
trying to run over to where they can run. Brought down by about 4 white shirts. I think led by the corner over there, number 8. I think that's John Bloom. Yes. John, the 5'9", 160-pound senior. Good defensive play.
I formation. O.J. Payne behind quarterback Moser. Give to Gooch. Left side again. Got a little running room. Ball pops in the air. It's on the ground. Bettendorf looks like they had the first shot. It's still loose. I think Bettendorf recovered, but let's see.
Too.
Yes.
Yep.
Wow.
I wish I could tell you, Jim, who got their hat on that football. It might have been Colvin. That ball went straight up in the air. That's the 4th fumble of the night now.
I thought
we aren't even out of the first quarter
13
yet.
Might be a low number that I picked. I think it was number 73, Jim Smith, but I'm not sure.
Okay. All right. Good.
I saw somebody congratulate him. So Bettendorf with another great chance here to get off to. Their first drive was about 29 yards. This time they're getting it at the 17. Colvin on that carry. Rob Colvin.
Okay, looks like Cardell and Joe Cardell on a tackle along with Jesse Offner, I believe. Yeah, number 51.
Well, that's the end of our first quarter. We're going to take a short break here and be back with exciting action. Bettendorf leading here after one period of play over Davenport West, 7-0. Welcome back. We're ready to start here the second quarter. Second down from about the 18-yard line. 2nd and 9 for Bettendorf. They just recovered, but another fumble. Give to Namkina. And he picks up just short of a first down, a gain of about 8 yards. Good blocking on that play.
It really was. The left side of the offensive line there for Bettendorf doing a number. Pretty big hole there.
Pretty good size, Coach, on that Bettendorf line, and they're on the verge of a heck of a start to this game that will be played under the most difficult of conditions. They got a chance to go up by 2 touchdowns early. Sam DeTrent for Bettendorf checks in with a play. Pat Franks out to the left to Trent, out to the right. I formation. Give to the second man
nice
through,
tackle.
Colvin. Rob Colvin. I think he's short of the first down, but we'll see.
Nice defensive tackle there, or defensive play by Joe Cardell, the defensive tackle. Kept him from getting the first. This is kind of crucial here, I'd say.
It sure is. 4th and what appears to be a good solid yard and maybe a little more. And Bettendorf's going to take a timeout. Not a bad idea when you got a chance to go up by 2 scores here early on a night where scores could be both tough and easy to come by.
Yes.
This game being brought to you by Independent Insurance Services Incorporated, 1519 East Locust in Davenport. Number to call them for all their services, 383-5559. I tell you, we've got a record crowd in this press box here in the second level of Brady Street Stadium. You'd think John Keaty offered them all a car or something.
Yeah, you'd think so, or a chance at one or something.
There's about 40 people just to the right of us.
I'll tell you,
none of them offered to bring pop or anything.
This is the only show in town tonight, Jim, and around the area for that matter, the Thursday night game. All the coaches are here to do some scouting and check out West and Bettendorf, and now they're all up here checking them out.
That's right. It's kind of become the Monday Night Football of the MAC Conference in its own way. .10:58 to go in the second quarter as the Davenport West defense comes out onto the field. Coach, what does a defensive coach say to his troops when they come over to the sideline knowing they got to stop this team for less than a yard?
I know what I would tell him. You got to get your nose down to the grass height right here and just dig right in.
Holmes at quarterback. Let's see if he goes to the quarterback sneak. No. Second man through. Colvin. He's on a first down and just about a touchdown.
Nope. Down on about the inside the 1 yard line, maybe.
Tremendous blocking, and I think everybody, it appeared for Davenport West, was thinking Namkina. It went to Colvin.
I'm sorry, Jim. You get the defensive front 4 people pinching to the inside toward the football. It leaves a little gap off tackle, and I think that's what they exploited right there. That gap off tackle where everybody else is pinching down.
Rob Colvin, 1st and goal from inside the 1 as Holmes sparks the signals. Give to the first man through Namkina. Should be a TD or no? No signal yet. With the head of steam he had on that play, yeah, it is a touchdown. I just figured for sure he'd get in.
Took a while.
So a big 4th and 1 play leads to a first down at the 1. Colvin on the big run, and then Namkina takes it in from there. It's 13-0 Bettendorf.
Well, we said it before, Jim. The team that capitalizes on the fumbles and the mistakes made by the other team they're the ones that are going to control it, and right now that's been true.
Sheriff for the point after. He booted the first one through beautifully. This one hits. Oh, holy cow. It almost.
I thought that might be good off the center's back.
Wow. So you thought he hit his own man, huh?
It kind of looks that way.
Somebody up there up front. Kick is short.
Kick,
no good. Sure. So it's 13-0 here. So we're going to take a short break. Bettendorf leading over Davenport West, 13-0, 10:22 to go in the second quarter. Welcome back. Scott Sharo kicked a beautiful PAT kick the first time, but had trouble on that last one. Set the boot. Booming kick. To Ira Gooch at about the 15. Starts upfield, 20, and then gets to about the 24-yard line.
Excellent kickoff coverage, Jim, by Bettendorf. They're staying in their lanes. That's just another sign of a good disciplined team. Come straight down the field, waiting him have to make the tackle and then do it.
Jim Meenan here along with Cy Robinson, the former MAC coach who knows what it's like to be out in those muddy trenches.
Smart move being up here, I think.
Davenport North is where you coach, correct, Coach?
I was West High School for 14 years, so Also,
Here we go, 1st and 10, ball at the 24-yard line.
Gooch in the give his second man, I believe Pearson on the counter, but Bettendorf countered it pretty well.
yep, that's just a crossbuck play by West from the split back formation. Nothing doing. Good defensive play over there by the left side of the Bettendorf line. Looked like Zambrano over there. He's about like going around a oak tree anyway.
Not a night to be going around them. Under 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Bettendorf, skies are sunny to them. A 13 to nothing lead over Davenport West. Both teams coming in here 2-1 on the season. Andy Moser behind the center. Nice pitch to Pearson.
Ooh.
However, he is nailed.
Zambrano again.
Boy, Coach Zambrano was all over that play.
Yep, big mobile young man. When he grabs you, you're not going anywhere.
He, I don't know if he read that play or if he read the plays that was coming in from the sideline. He seemed to know from the moment they got the ball what was happening. 9:03 to go, 13 in the second quarter, that is. 9:03 to go in the second period here at Brady Street Stadium. Still raining plentifully. The skies opened up with the opening kickoff, and they have not stopped yet. I formation for Davenport West. Moser may have too much time taken there. Let's see.
Yep, we're going to have a delay.
It's got Pearson and Gooch behind him. Both very capable runners.
It's going to be 5 yards against West. It's even more than this one. We'll go back to the 19th.
Just even muddy down and inside the 10 down there, Jim. I didn't realize it.
Wow.
Just didn't realize this field was in bad a shape as it is already.
A lot of use. This is one thing taxpayers get their money's worth out of. Third down from the 18 and about 15 yards to go. Back to pass Moser, looking for the short screens. Got his man over the middle with some running room. Bennett out to the 30-yard line.
Pretty good job there by Jason Sage, number 6, coming across from the, I think he was probably at a corner spot there and made a nice tackle over there.
I believe that was Bennett on the catch. Had some running room and still came up about 5 yards short of a first down. So it'll be 4th down from the 30. Cochran back to punt. Low snap, bobbles it, but gets it, picks it up, high kick. And with a running catch, number 88 for Bettendorf.
Good catch down there by Chris Kinsler.
Kinsler calls the fair catch and had to run up to get it and give the kid credit. He caught the ball, which on tonight is no easy task. Actually, the catch he made there, Coach, I don't think it would be that easy of a task.
That was a fine catch by that young man, right on a 50-yard line, I think. Great field position again. West can't seem to get out of their own territory down there.
Bettendorf has had tremendous field position on its 2 touchdown drives, and this one at the 50 is the worst field position they've had for at least in terms of the 2 touchdown drives. Taking it, Colvin.
Jesse Offner almost made the 4-yard loss, couldn't wrap. Somebody else missed at the line of scrimmage. He's going to pick up about 3 yards on the play.
Rob Colvin, 5'10" and 190. He looked like about 6'3" and 230 on that play. So he bowled a few people over, a gain of about 3.5 yards.
Hard-running young man. Number 52 into the game for West High. Tom Kostacek, a linebacker. Nathan Robinson goes out.
At center for Bettendorf, number 55, Tim McCarthy, 6'1" and 250. That's a good place to start. I formation for Bettendorf. Back to pass, Holmes looking long downfield's got his man complete inside the 20. Number 88, Chris Kinsler, I believe, with the catch.
Mike Oberhaus was late getting there. He was kind of sucked up by the run action of the play, and by that time Kinsler had about 6 big steps on him.
Boy, what an excellent throw by Seth Holmes, who had plenty of time but knew what to do with it. That was a beautiful throw and a great catch by Kinsler. I formation, they're right at the 20. Give to Numkina, and he's going to go all the way Touchdown, Umkina. Burst right through that hole, and then, boom, gone.
We've seen that little play all night long, right over the right guard spot there of Bettendorf, and that time there was nobody around it. So
he got through so quickly, almost had to declare missing persons on him. He was in the clear in a hurry, and with that dark jersey,
yes,
he was hard to find.
Well, they're going to tee her up again.
Bettendorf set the kick with Scott Shera. He's going to try to make it 2 out of 3 tonight. Let's see.
Oh,
fake kick.
I think
rolling number 7, and into the end zone with a nice run, number 7.
DeTrent.
DeTrent.
Well, he bobbled a handle on the ball and dropped it on the floor, picked it up, and ran around the right end for 2 points.
Sam DeTrent, of course, has played some quarterback this year for Bettendorf and knew what to do with it.
I know when I talked to Hobb Monday, he's going to tell me that was a design play, but I'm not going to buy it.
That's the beauty of the VCR. You can rewind it and decide for yourself. 21-0 here. Bettendorf with 6:52 to go. The Bulldogs up.
Did he? In practice this week.
Well, good. Yeah, good.
I didn't see any fumble or anything, you do?
I think he looked like he dropped the ball, or maybe he set it down.
What a start for Bettendorf. This is getting to be a deeper and deeper hole to dig out of for Davenport West. Both teams came in here 2-1. There's plenty of talent for both clubs. We saw a couple weeks back, West suffer their only defeat at the hands of Clinton in overtime.
Well, they have the ability to make the big play, but they're going to have to start showing us here.
With a nice boot to Gooch at about the 18. He's got some running room.
Hey,
Burst up the middle. They did have one other guy who had a shot at him. A nice tackle there. I think
John Bloom on the tackle, and it's a good thing because Ira Gooch was gone. Great tackle there by John Bloom. Saved the day.
Well, maybe that can get Davenport West jump started nonetheless. Lets them know that if the guy can get just a few yards beyond the line of scrimmage, there's a field of hope amid that sea of mud. 21-0. Davenport West trailing here as Andy Mosier brings them out. 21-0. Davenport West trailing. Give to Pearson, second man through. Doing a great job of holding on to the ball. Gains about 8 or 9 yards.
Good play over the right side. Nice job over there by the right side of the West line. Jeff Bass, Stender at center. Joe Cardell at tackle. Cardell going out now. Number 95 for West coming in. Steve Bennett, a split in. I would say right now that West has a lot of receivers in the game.
6:34 to go. The big thing Davenport West needs to do, coach, is march down the field here and cut that lead to 21-7.
They do. They need to get a little something going here before half, just to give them that jump start you talked about a while ago. They need about 24 volts right now.
Split backs behind the quarterback. Give to Pearson, running around the right side. He's got the first down and then some, down to about the 40-yard line.
Running hard over there. Brought down by lots of dark shirts. I can looked like number 39 for Bettendorf. Eric Jessen, the defensive end. Zambrano was over there, but not until Pearson made a good run.
First down, they're going to mark it actually outside the 40. Coach, I like the way this Pearson kid runs with the ball.
He runs hard, doesn't he?
He sure does, and seems to follow his blocks well also. Basically, they've got two tailbacks in that backfield in Pearson and Gooch. Give to Pearson again, and he's got about 4, maybe 5 yards on first down. Down to about the 36.
They've got number 8, Ryan Arguello, in the game in front of him now at fullback, so at least that time. Now O.J. Payne's back at fullback, and Arguello goes out, but he goes right through the hole, makes the lead block, and Pearson picks up the yardage for him.
Andy Mosier waits for the play to come in from the bench, bringing it in. Bennett.
Jim
Stephen or Steven? Or
Which one?
Bennett for West.
Steve Bennett, I believe it is. Yeah. Yep. Steve Bennett.
Okay. High formation for Davenport West. Trailing 21-0. Give to the second man through. Gooch has some running room. Burst into just about the clear. Brought down.
Beautiful play out there, Jim.
Down about the 16, 17-yard line. Scott Shera, number 11, and another Bettendorf player in on that tackle.
O.J. Payne leading it through the hole. I saw Stender out there throwing a block, the big center, and the left guard out there, Ryan Fox, number 71. Good blocking going on up front.
First down all the way down about the 17-yard line for West. They want to get a score. Give to Gooch, right side, got some running room. A little bit of the old rugby scrum on that play. Gains about 4 yards.
Yep. Finally shut down by looks like Numkina at his linebacker spot. Brought him down.
4:43, plenty of time for Davenport West to run this ball in. They've got it second down at the Bettendorf 13, second and about 6 to go for a first down. Split backs behind the quarterback. Give to Gooch, running around the right side, running room, got a first down. He may get a touchdown. No, out of bounds, I think. See where they mark it.
I'm impressed with this kid's quickness, Jim. He gets out there and turns it up. That's what I like about him. We always tell kids, you get to the sideline and turn it up, and that's what this kid does, and he's got some good blocking out from front of him there, too.
Looks like they're going to spot it just inside the 5 for Gooch and Davenport West. First down, 4:21 to go until halftime, and they've got a chance to get one on the board here. It's not so bad. They're taking a little bit of time. Of course, maybe they'll even get another shot. I formation. O.J. Payne is in there. Fullback, give to Gooch. Up the middle. Scooches up the middle. Yep. Gets to about the 2-yard line.
O.J. Payne leading the just a little isolation play in there where he's going to lead the ball carrier up through the hole, and they're going to get what they can. Smash mouth football, isn't that what they call it?
That's what they do, and with O.J. Payne out there to do some of the smashing, not a bad idea. He looks to me to be a great blocking back.
Two pretty good teams to do that, too.
Both coming in here 2-1, but right now Bettendorf in command, 21-0, but West driving for their first score. Second and goal from the 1. Give to Gooch around the right end, and he is in. Yep. Touchdown, Davenport West, and it's nice to see that loyal student body erupt over there.
Yes, indeed.
They have
looked like that was going to go inside, and he just kind of ducked up to the outside and got the necessary 2 yards.
Good choice of words there, Coach, in the use of the word duck on a night like tonight. There,
I didn't try to do that either.
No, but I can always identify your puns even if you didn't try. Shane Cochran set to kick the PAT. Chance to cut it to 21-7. 3:42 to go in the second quarter if you just joined us. Cochran, boot is down. Nice kick. Sure looks good to me, and it is. And Andy Hoyer placed it down, and the kick was up and good by Shane Cochran. 21-7 with 3:42 to go until halftime, and there's some great news for everybody out there. The rain has stopped.
That's why you can't hear.
I don't know exactly what the yardage of that drive was, but they did a pretty good job moving the ball down the field there.
They sure did.
Bettendorf gets up 21-0, may start to take a little bit of break, and here comes West roaring back at them. So we got ourselves a ball game again, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure if I'm a member of the Bettendorf coaching staff, I'd be a little worried with the way West marched down the field. And there's some talent in that backfield.
There is, that's for sure.
I just need to know if you
a few blocks here or there, and I guess.
Can you hear?
I guess what I liked about that drive is that was a good drive, and no matter what the weather was.
True. And you bet it was.
Shows you signs that they can do it again.
Mm-hmm. Can you hear it there?
Well, we just saw the kickoff team huddled up over there with Al Blocker and Dave Brody, two of the West coaches. They're giving them a little ideas on how to cover.
Might not be a bad night for an onside kick. Although with the field position Bettendorf has had all night, I think West would like to pin him back there a little. Timeout for West. I don't know if they're talking over an onside kick here, if they didn't have enough people on the field.
21-7.
Who called that timeout, Jim?
West.
West did? Okay. Looked like they had 11 out there, but
Back to receive, Chris Kinsler for Bettendorf, as well as Sam to Trent.
And kicking off for West, Shane Cochran.
And I think Namkina is the middleman back there, number 33.
What do you mean you
no,
think?
37. Colvin. That's why I said think. Cochran set to boot it from his own 40. But the crowd is alive here now with Davenport West trying to get back into the game, trailing 21-7 after marching down the field. Kinsler with it on the left side.
Oh, nice tackle down there by number 44 from, I believe it was number 44. I hope it was number 44. That's Nathan Robinson.
That name sounds familiar.
So with 3.5 minutes to go, what is that for?
So it'll be first down for Bettendorf. They've had some very much gifted field position, but they've known what to do with it. And that's why they're up 21-7. First down this time, and not in good field position. Not in good field position to fumble it either. First down at their own 28-yard line. I formation. Of course, that's Colvin, the deep back. Give this to him this time, and he eludes one tackle.
Colvin,
almost
great
two.
tackle. Number 10 from his corner spot out there making a tackle for West. Sean Duncan on the tackle. Nice job.
Rob Colvin. Tell you, his jersey is he's pretty much head to toe mud out there.
Right now, it's hard to tell Namkina from Colvin. They're both 37, 33.
Should be a rule against that, Coach.
Yes, there should.
And a quarterback wearing number 3.
Namkina is about 6 inches taller, I think, but we don't see that from up here.
Right. Back to pass, and just about sacked, just about intercepted.
Good job by number 84, I believe, is it?
Yes.
84, Chris Young, Chris Young from his outside linebacker spot. Great job there. I believe that touchdown fired the red shirts up a little bit.
I think so, definitely, Coach. Seth Holmes was lucky to get it off, and then again, it almost went to a red shirt there for Davenport West out there. Except ball traveled about 5 yards. That was a big-time sack, although he didn't quite get to sack him. I formation, 3rd and 10. I formation, give to Colvin, and he's got just a little bit of running room out to the 30.
Pretty good D there by number 51. I believe that's Jesse Offner. Yes, it is. From his inside linebacker spot. So what are we going to have, a fourth and
about 8 from the 30, Rob Colvin.
I'll tell you what, they could get a good field position out of this. There's quite a bit of time left here, Jim.
Well, Ira Gooch and Keith Pearson back to receive, and we almost saw Gooch break one on the last one. So let's see what happens here.
Good
the
snap.
Punt by the Bettendorf kicker, number 3. And this one sails over Pearson's head. A nice kick indeed.
Was a good kick.
By Seth Holmes. Seth Holmes, the Bettendorf quarterback, also doing the punting, done a good job there. No return. That's the ideal net.
Yes, it is. That's a good kick. Kicked it over there where there isn't anybody. The ball kind of landed in the mud and just went spuck.
To about the 27, it'll be first down for Davenport West. 2:03 to go here until halftime. Boy, if they got a score in here somehow, it'd really make it quite a game. Trailing 21-0. 2 short drives for touchdowns by Bettendorf early, setting the tone for this game.
First and 10 West.
Give to Gooch, and this time he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Looks like a lot of former white shirts on the tackle there. It looks like number 73 for Bettendorf, Big Jim Smith on the bottom anyhow.
Eric Jessen also in, I think, on that play. So it'll be second down. Looks like they're going to give him a yard out to the 28. Andy Mosier, the quarterback. It's got Gooch, and it looks like Pearson behind him. Give to Gooch over the right side. Got some running room, a burst, and he's got a first down. Out to about the 37.
Tackle by Kinsler, I believe, number 88. And again, that's good thing Kinsler was there, because after that it was gone.
A lot of guys going both ways for both these teams. It's just tough for a coach to keep his best athletes off the field at any one time.
In the philosophy of these two coaches, it is, that's for sure. Now, Bettendorf, year in and year out, generally will go strictly two platoon, but they feel like they don't have the numbers to go two platoon football this year.
Split backs, give us to Gooch. Scooting around the right end. He's got another first down. Just about to midfield. Short by about 2 yards of the midfield stripe, but I believe it's a first down.
Rob Colvin made the tackle again.
55.3 seconds to go, though. I guess I would try another running play or two, since they're having good luck with it.
Brian Cox checks in for Bettendorf.
Bettendorf has called timeout, I believe, yes. Tell you one thing that it's a little too bad is they had to take that timeout on that kickoff, and that they may wish I'm sure they do wish they had it right now.
They might wish they'd have kept that intact, but they didn't.
If you didn't have the turnovers, the game might.
Well, let's see what Coach Paul Flynn comes up with here now.
Want to remind you, this game brought to you by a number of sponsors, including Independent Insurance Services Incorporated, 1519 East Locust. In Davenport, the number to call for independent insurance agents are 383-5559. Jim Meenan here, along with Coach, the guy I call Coach anyway, the former coach, Cy Robinson. We're here at a very wet Brady Street Stadium. Luckily, the rains have stopped last 5 minutes of this first half after they started almost in sync with the opening kickoff.
I'm not sure at this point on this field it makes any difference. Let it rain.
Probably is maybe at least a little easier to grip the punts, though.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Then again, it's laying in the mud, so maybe it isn't.
Yep.
Davenport West not thinking about punting now with the I formation. There's a fumble. Mosier has trouble, and he does come up with it, though. So he's going to take about a 3 or 4 yard loss.
Mosier a little bit upset that he didn't handle that ball. This must be West's last time out, I assume.
Coach, how come you seldom see much shotgun in high school? It would seem like now would be an excellent time to have your man in shotgun formation. Is it just that such a different setup that it just takes too much time to practice in the limited time a coach has?
Well, I'm not so sure it takes that much more time to practice, and I like that formation at the high school level. But the one thing about high school football is the shotgun formation predicts what you're going to do probably 9 out of 10 times. That's you're going to throw the football. And if you alert defenders that you're going to throw, most of the time you can cover it at this level unless you just have an outstanding thrower back there. And very seldom do we have kids with rifle arms. If we have anything in the league that comes close this year that we've seen, it's a young man by the name of Mauser over at Pleasant Valley. Throws the ball well. But getting back to your original question, yeah, it does take extra time to practice a shotgun formation, but again, it predicts what you're going to do, I think.
Good point on the fact that it does predict what you're going to do, especially with nobody lined up back there with you a lot of the times in that shotgun.
And it's, I'll tell you, pass protection, when you got Adam Fay and you got Todd Zambrano, those big kids are putting a heck of a rush on you.
46 seconds to go until halftime. Davenport West, second down from about 2 yards shy of the 50. They want to get a chance to move within a touchdown of Bettendorf. Long shot over the middle, incomplete. In fact, they're lucky the Bettendorf defender, number 11.
Ball was thrown intended for Andy Hoyer in the deep post pattern, Jim, but it was thrown about 5 yards behind him. And it may be tough for Mosier to see what color jersey he's throwing at that far downfield.
40.8 seconds to go. 3rd and 11 for Davenport West. Draw play here?
Well, I'd throw a couple bombs probably just to.
Yeah, I guess on a bomb you got not much to lose. 11,
though. I had it in my mind that it was second down. It is third. They want to be a little bit careful here about turning it over.
Pass, lateral.
Yep.
Gooch escapes 2 defenders. Gives us a little running room. Wow, that was... Coaches hate to throw a lot of times, and they'll throw that pass behind the line, which is a lateral.
Yep.
That's about as dangerous a play as there is.
It certainly is. That shows some confidence in your team to throw that pattern on a night like this, because if it's dropped, most of the time it's a touch for the opposite team.
So it'll be 4th down. And it's about 7 yards to go, I think, for a first down.
The offense is staying in here, so they're going to go for one more play.
Even the yard marker is pretty muddied up. It's hard to see the one.
You're right.
Wow. So 4th down and about 7. Give to Gooch up the middle. Got some running room, and he might have the first down. I think he does. See where they spot it. Looks to me like it is a first down.
Looks to me like it also.
29.4 seconds to go.
Well, the clock will shut off while the chain gang moves, and West's right up on the football. We'll see if they run a play here or just kill the clock for a second.
Andy Hoyer flanked out wide to the right as Mosier gives this play, and he does throw right into the ground.
No, he stops the clock with 27 seconds to go.
What I'd like to see him do on that one, Coach, is fake. Of course, it's hard to fake that into the ground
Who did we
tonight.
see do that on
NFL.
on a pro game last year?
I think the Hawkeyes bounced back.
I think it might have been Marino.
I think you're right.
Faked that clock stopper and threw it out there and tricked everybody. Even Frank and Dan and what's his name up there?
Al Michaels.
Thank you very much.
I should remember that. He's the play-by-play guy.
That's right.
Split backs with Bennett out wide to the left. Back to pass. Mosier stumbling, sliding. Going to loft it downfield, and it is almost picked off.
Oh.
Bobbled several times. I think Bettendorf might have had the interception there, but two players ran into each other, and it's hard for me to tell you who they were.
I think you're exactly right. Bettendorf knocked it out of Bettendorf's hand. One of them was John Bloom. I know that. And the other one was Nate Numkina back there. We got 2 out of the 3.
Well, he shouldn't feel too bad. The Bloom is definitely off the night for all the teams out there on the field. But anyway, it is 3rd down from the 40. This has been a long last minute. 19.5 seconds to go. 3rd and 10.
About, excuse me, Jim, that's about as good a play as any here. Just throw it up and see if a red shirt can come down with it.
Mosier with split backs behind him is going to give to Gooch over the right side. Now trying to shift trying to change his direction, and having none of it was Numkina, number 33.
Was it Numkina? Okay.
79.
Yeah, no, that was Todd Zambrano. I thought that looked pretty big to be Numkina. Big 6'8" Todd Zambrano.
My apologies to Zambrano family.
No problem.
Don't want to get a big guy mad at you. 21-7. Bettendorf leading at halftime over Davenport West as both teams head to the locker room. We'll be back with some first half stats after this.
It's going to take 3 minutes here. We're going to go take off 3. We're going to take off 3.
Okay. Well,
I could probably make it through without a drink. Welcome back. We're about set for the second half. Quick kickoff here. Bettendorf will kick off leading 21-7. We're going to give you the stats here at our first break. Bettendorf started out with a 21-0 lead. West came back. Ira Gooch went over from 2 yards out to bring it to the 21-7 margin it is here, and sliding in there and recovering that not intentional onside kick, but almost looking like one, number 55.
Yeah, that's the big center from West, Craig Stender. That looked like it was fun. I'm sure he didn't think it was too fun because they never got a return on it, but
return to Stender on that one, I guess you could say. Address unknown.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
Didn't think I could pull that one out,
I can't believe you said that.
it's tape delayed. You gotta throw whatever you can at them.
When's that book coming out anyway?
Right. First down from the 31. I formation. Davenport West, who had a nice finish to that first half, actually had more first downs than Bettendorf. Run up the middle by Gooch. He's out to about the 38-yard line, maybe the 39, gain of about 6.
Okay, Jim, we got a new little wrinkle here. West High come out an unbalanced line there. They've got 4 linemen down on the right side of football and only 2 down on the left. So we'll see what adjustments Bettendorf defense makes to that.
West had 8 first downs in that first half. Ira Gooch had 17 carries for 87 yards and a touchdown. Keith Pearson had 6 carries for 24 yards. Andy Mosier was 2 for 7 and 1 interception, 17 yards. Darren Riggs had 1 catch for 11 yards. Stephen Bennett 1 for 6. Those stats courtesy of Darrell Bates of the Quad City Times. We want to thank him. We'll be getting you the Bettendorf stats when they have the ball. Give to Gooch, second man through, and he's got some running room and a first down out to about the 46, right below us here. We're right on about the 45-yard line, of course, in the safety of the press box.
Jim, the stats would indicate that really just what we got. West High's in the ball game. The 2 major things that hurt West High School are the fumbles, 2 early fumbles. Bettendorf took both those fumbles in for scores, and that's why they're ahead in this ball game.
That's right. 3 fumbles total for West, 2 basically that they lost. So it'll be first down and 10 from West own 45 right there in the middle of the mud. Mosier with it, give to Gooch, and he is manhandled this time. Seemed like about 15 Bettendorf jerseys.
Yeah, men-handled. Kids helping each other up out there. I like to see that sportsmanship. And right there you saw it. I looked like Zambrano helping Gooch up, and Fay over there. Great to see good sportsmanship.
Sure is. Zambrano, 6'5", 260. And if you're Ira Gooch, it's great to see Zambrano lifting you up off the ground as opposed to smashing you into it. But he's done a little bit of that too. 21-7, Bettendorf leading here early in the third quarter. Right at the 10-minute mark, Mosier barking the signals. He's got Payne and Gooch behind him. Give to Gooch, getting a block from Payne, but he's slipping and sliding and a little bit slippery as he gets maybe a yard.
Really no place to go there. Looks like number 49 from Bettendorf, Ryan Flynn, had him initially, and then John Bloom pushed him out of bounds over here on the near side.
Well, Coach, I can't decide if by our monitor if it looks nicer than it is out there or not. That mud is thick and dominating the field. And it is raining this entire second half so far too. As it rained about first few minutes. Rain started at the very beginning of the game, rained until about the 5-minute mark of the second quarter. Then it was off for about 7 minutes there, and then now it started again right at halftime, middle of half, and it's continued to rain as Pearson goes into the line, gains about 2. It'll be fourth down right at midfield. Davenport West will have to punt.
Little trap play there, pretty well defensed by Bettendorf line, and nose guard Ryan Flynn, 6 foot 200-pounder, ate it up pretty good.
Shane Cochran, who does all the kicking for Davenport West, number 7, back to kick.
One guy back for Bettendorf. We got 10 guys on the line up here.
And the kick goes over Cochran's head. 39 in there on him. He got the kick off. It's actually going to go about 7 yards.
That ball was hit by
and picked up by Davenport West and fumbled again.
That could be West football there. Because the ball was hit by a Bettendorf player down past the ball, and West recovered the ball. That could be their football.
Pearson recovered it, and they saved.
Yes, indeed.
I tell you, Coach, your eyesight is superb.
And the good glasses.
The coaches always seem to see it a little better up here.
I'll tell you, Cochran bobbled the snap again, picked the ball up, and got the punt off. He punted the ball, and it only went about 8 yards, but the Bettendorf player touched the ball, and West kid flopped on the ball, and as soon as the Bettendorf receiving team handles the football, that's possession, and so they're going to get the ball here. Big break there for West High School.
Might have even been kicked off of a Bettendorf player's back, too, for all we know. I mean, it was what a wild play.
A guy with real good eyesight would have seen who tipped the ball.
Right. Once you block it, though, even then it's a live ball as a fumble.
Yeah, evidently the ball was not touched by the defenders when Cochran kicked it, because then I think it's just a matter of downing the football by anyone.
Oh, okay. Well, the crowd here on this side of the field for Bettendorf, or somebody not liking something there.
Now Coach Hobenick's got one of those striped shirts down there, and he's going to explain this all over again to Merv, because Mervin's not real happy with the situation here.
I wish we could run the replay back to you. You can do it at home when you get a second here.
Yep.
You can judge for yourself.
I really think it was a correct call, Jim, from what I saw anyway.
Whatever, a team that needed a break, Davenport West just got one, and they have a first down. Well, it isn't like it was that huge of a gain, though. They were right near midfield, and now basically about a 14-yard pickup. It's a first down at the 36 of Bettendorf. Pearson in the backfield, and he gets the ball. Running wide to the left, got a little running room, cuts upfield. He's got almost a first down, and he might have a first down. I think he's about a yard short.
Yeah, I think you're right, just a little short. I tell you what, this little guy, he really uses his blockers well. He had a couple kick-out blocks there by the fullback and a guard, I believe, and he just cut it up inside and got a good gainer out of it.
5'9", 157-pounder Keith Pearson, a senior, had rushed over 100 yards last week for West. West 2-1 coming in. Bettendorf 2-1 coming in. Bettendorf's only lost to Pleasant Valley, and of course Davenport West lost on this same field in overtime 2 weeks ago to Clinton. Split backs behind Mosier. The give is to Pearson. Kind of wiggles his way through the line. We got a fumble, though. We'll see who has it. And it's Bettendorf.
Yep.
Boy, he already had the first down, and
that's
got
too bad, Jim. He made a nice little, he made a nice little cutback, as well as you can do on this field, but couldn't hang on to the football. So Bettendorf's going to take it over.
Andy Hoyer had it for West. Looked like he was protesting a little to the officials there, and finally gave him the ball. Huge defensive play for Bettendorf. 21-7, 7:53 to go here in the third quarter. Rob Colvin, the deep back, Namkina, the up back. Give is to Colvin this time.
Good hit.
Hit at the line and then bucks his way forward for a couple of yards. I think he got about 3.
Brought down by Joe Cardell, but I tell you, Namkina's tough enough to hit a 270-pound tackle and get positive yards out of it, and we saw it right there. Joe Cardell put a pretty good lick on Namkina, and he still got 3 positive yards out of it.
Bettendorf had 5 first downs in that first half. Coach Nate Namkina had 8 carries for 44 yards. Rob Colvin 12 for 48.
Another fumble.
Looks like first signal is down for West, and that it is.
They're going to get it back.
Wow. I think we're up to 5 fumbles now. Wait, I'm sorry. Make that 7. 5 at half. 7 fumbles. Magic number is 13.
Mine was 9.
That's right. Whatever, I think we're going to see that 7 total be added to. We're talking about both teams' total fumbles.
I'll tell you, we've got about 8 former white shirts out there, Jim, that the only reason we know who they are is where they're at, not because we can read their number.
Mosier barking the signals. He's got O.J. Payne behind him. Back to pass, looking downfield. Mosier over the middle, incomplete, right through the hands of Andy Hoyer. Bullet-like pass. Not an easy pass to catch tonight, but not an easy one for the opposition to catch either.
That's true. Andy Hoyer pass thrown just a little bit behind him again. He looks like he was on that middle crossing pattern.
Mosier 2 for 8 now. He has had 1 intercepted.
Second down, 10.
Number 95 into the game for West, Steve Bennett.
O.J. Payne and Ira Gooch. Give is to Gooch, left side. They love running to that left side, and he's got some yardage. Looks like about 5-yard gain there.
Brought down by Zambrano again, I believe, number 79. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Adam Fay.
You're listening to this game on Cox Cable, Channel 38 in the Quad Cities. We've got an officials timeout here. They're going to get a allegedly dry ball into the game.
I'd hate to be in charge of cleaning footballs tonight, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. They need to take them to Miracle Car Wash, I think, to get them clean.
There might not be enough towels at Yonkers to wash these footballs.
That's right. Give to Gooch, and he's got some running room up the middle, and a first down.
Yeah,
Moser.
I think that was Ryan Arguello. Jim looked like a number 8. Yes, it was.
Yeah, Ryan Arguello.
He runs in at fullback. I think he and O.J. Payne split the fullback duties, and that time just a little quick trap there, I believe, inside for a good gainer.
Nice run. That's a first down for West, who have a chance to cut that lead to 7. 6:20 to go here in the third quarter. Plenty of time left in this game on a night that it's been raining all night, basically, here at Brady Street Stadium. They're at about the 14 with some running room, and that is Gooch, and he's going to go into the end zone.
Well,
I think that is Ira Gooch. Yeah.
Yes, it was. That was Gooch. Two Bettendorf players had a chance at him, but I'll tell you what, that much mud on those pants, it's going to be hard to hang on to, and Gooch is pretty slippery anyway.
I was just going to say the same thing. He is a pretty slippery runner indeed.
Yeah, it looked like Scott Shara had a shot at him, and then on down the line, and there Ryan McGivern had a shot at him and couldn't quite make the play.
Hoyer will hold for Shane Cochran as they'll try to bring West to within 7. Good center snap. That kick looks good to me.
Yes, indeed.
It is. Beautiful boot by Shane Cochran. Showing plenty of leg out there tonight. It's 21-14. Bettendorf has their lead cut to 7 over Davenport West.
Oh, we talked earlier about West High making the mistakes early in the game twice. Bettendorf capitalized on them there. Now Bettendorf does the same thing, and it's kind of back at you situation. We got ourselves a football game here.
3 fumbles already in this second half, and I believe every one of them has resulted in a change of possession.
Hey, Gooch got out in that good grass down there and where he could make a cut, and he was gone.
About a 13-yard run for Gooch. Here's the kick from Cochran. Nice. Booming kick heading towards the sidelines. Now the end zone. It'll be first down at the 20 for Bettendorf, and West starting to get some good field position for themselves.
Shane Cochran showing a strong leg there.
He's really, we saw him kick a couple weeks back in a lot better weather than this, and he's kicking better tonight, I think. Seth Holmes checks in for Bettendorf, the quarterback. Holmes in that first half, 1 for 4 for 26 yards, a big pass to Chris Kinsler of 26 yards. Bettendorf still clinging to that lead. Was once 21-0. It's now 21-14 here in the third quarter. Holmes in trouble in the option. Looks like he lost a yard.
All right. Number 44 on the tackle there, sports fans.
Nathan Robinson. Nathan Robinson. I guess you would know his first name. Is Nathan what you call him when you're mad, or is it Nate, or does he get the middle name treatment?
Well,
the full name.
Depends on my mood, Adam, you know.
How many syllables you can get out in a hurry. I formation for Bettendorf. They've got a real challenge here. The momentum of this game has definitely shifted to Davenport West. Running again, Holmes on the option, running out of options, and he's going to be bottled up back there for another loss, I believe.
Jim, West High defense looks fired up here. I'll tell you, they're after it. A lot of people in on the tackle there for the red shirts. Looked like O.J. Payne over here and Eric Dilley, one of the inside linebackers. Number 68, Nick Francis, the D tackle.
3rd and 14, and they've got to get all the way out to the 31-yard line for first down. They're from their own 17-yard line. Seth Holmes with 2 backs behind him. Going to play it safe? No, going to throw it in there. We got a penalty flag. Pass is caught, immediately brought down.
Okay.
Is the Bettendorf receiver.
Eric Dilley on the tackle. That looked like DeTrent on the reception. The split end, or the wide receiver out there anyway. And West will decline this penalty, I'm sure. Yeah, illegal procedure called against Bettendorf, so that's going to bring up a 4th and 13. Wow. Or, I'm sorry, 4th, and they're going to give them the yardage, 4th and about 6.
Yeah, it looks like a good 6 yards to go. They need to get all the way to the 31, punting from their 25, and of course that's Holmes back to punt.
Good snap.
Line drive kick with some height on it. Gooch, I don't know if I thought he signaled fair catch. It looked like
I didn't see the fair catch signal. He had a lot of room to pick that ball up and run with it, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't know if he was, it looked like he had actually both hands up there. Official decided it was a fair catch signal, and they'll rule it dead once he recovers it. Once he recovered it at about the 38. Still, for Davenport West, pretty darn good field position. They've got a march.
Yeah, if there is such a good thing on this field.
62 yards for a score. A lot better field position than they had in the first half. 4:15 to go in the third quarter. Andy Hoyer out wide to the right. In the backfield, looks like Arguello along with Pearson. Second man through.
That's Arguello again.
Well, he's a fresh carrier out there. It's about his second carry of the night. Both of them have gone for more than 5 yards.
Just a split back crossbuck play given to the second man through, and as good a pursuing team as Bettendorf is, that's probably a good play tonight.
Second down and about 4 from the 43. Bennett out wide to the right. Split backs behind quarterback Andy Mosier, who's displayed some perseverance out there tonight. Give to Arguello. He's bottled up in the line, but gains about a yard, maybe 2. It'll be third down and about 3 yards to go for first down.
Like a little inside trap play there. Again, it looks like Numkina made the tackle there. It's hard to tell again.
The formerly, as you described him earlier, the formerly white jerseys of Bettendorf. The Bettendorf Bulldogs. So what a proud tradition they have over there. Of course, Tavian Banks has more than made a name for himself at Iowa. He was a name before he went there. Subject of even a Sports Illustrated article. For coming out of Bettendorf High School, one of the most widely recruited backs in Quad City history. And Gooch is stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Unbalanced line to the short side of the field. They ran the isolation play back to the short side of the field, or wide side of the field, short side of the offense, and it was stuffed over down there by, I believe it was to this side is Adam Fay, number 76.
I think it was Pearson on the carry. I should correct myself there.
Okay.
Fourth down.
I'll correct myself too. It was Zambrano on the tackle.
And about 2 yards to go for the first down, and Cochran has trouble, bobbles it.
Good kick.
Nice kick, however. And
that's a fumble ball down there.
Shara.
Another fumble.
Everybody's scrambling, and it looks like
West ball again.
I'm sorry, Sam DeTrent went for it. Sam DeTrent, he should have really probably let it go.
Yeah, it's tough for a kid to do that. He's told if anything, catch the ball, signal a fair catch, but somebody's down. Jim, a Bettendorf player is down. I can't tell who it is right here.
Gotta wonder if it isn't DeTrent. We'll see. 21 from Mike Oberhaus recovering the fumble.
Looks like John Bloom, maybe number 8. He's going to shake it off. Come out a little limp.
He's hurt.
Might have a little cramp. Might be cramped up. Looks like he's trying to stretch it out. That's number 6. My mistake. That's Jason Sage. One of the Bettendorf strong safety, I believe.
So it'll be a first down at about the 16-yard line.
Well,
right at about the 16, split backs behind. Mosier give to Gooch definitely on this one, and he is identified well by
Rob
Bettendorf.
Colvin, I would guess, from his linebacker spot, but we better make sure. Boy, he can't read that shirt at all. That looked like a linebacker firing in there, Jim. Yeah, it's Rob Colvin.
2-yard loss. Back to, might be a 3-yard loss. Back to about the 18-yard line. Yes, back to the 18. So 2nd and 13 for West. They try to get in with a game-time touchdown here late in the 3rd quarter. Plenty of time left in this game. 1:50 or so in counting here in the 3rd period. It's been all Davenport West this 2nd half. Mosier over his center. Looking, rolling right, looking downfield, got a man off in the air, incomplete. Yep. Good defense by Bettendorf.
Excellent defense down there by Scott Shara, Jim, on the knocking the ball down. That was a good offensive play call too. I thought it was had some room to throw the ball.
Darren Riggs was the intended receiver, and I agree with you, Coach. That was a great call, but Bettendorf wasn't fooled at all.
No, they weren't. Well defensed.
So now it's going to be 3rd and 13 from the 18 for Davenport West. I think they give it to Gooch here, and that's what they do.
There's
left
that
side with some run in room.
we saw.
Got a blocker in front of him, escapes one tackler. It's going to be well short of the first down, however. Do you kick one here?
Well, we saw the crossbuck action there, Jim, when they had Big Joe Gardell coming across the line, pulling out in front of that. And again, I couldn't get the number of who made the play out there, but it was a pretty good defensive effort by, it might have been the one of the safeties out there, Brian Cox, but I'm only guessing, or Chris Kinsler put the pressure on up there.
4th and 7. They need to get to about the 6-yard line. Davenport West coming out at about their 15, making a 14. Bennett, I think, wide right. Faking, now back to pass. Mosier, screen pass, has it set up to Gooch. I think that ball hit the ground, and that's what the ruling is by the official. Good call there as he got it with a slight hop.
Yep. Good play call. The play really looked like it was there. The ball just underthrown a bit, and that's understandable tonight. Well, I'll tell you what, there's no reason for West to panic here. They've got Bettendorf nailed to their own end zone here. If they can play defense, they can still get back in this game here. See what Bettendorf can do from their own, where are they, about on their own 15 here?
Yeah, I think right at their own 15, Coach. Holmes at quarterback. Gives to the second man through, I think it's Colvin.
Well, it's going to be tough getting some numbers. The left side of the West defense, pretty good job out there. Hey, picked up another good 5 yards on the play, though.
Could have fooled me.
Yeah.
I thought he got about 2 or 3.
He was hit at the line of scrimmage, but he just did a good job running with the football. I think that was Numkina, wasn't it?
I don't know. I thought it was. Well, we'll see. We may.
They're in a one back with trips over here. Ah, interesting.
This is Numkina running wide to the left, and he's got a first down out to the 26. The ground caused that fumble. And the official.
Nice hit on the official by Jesse Offner.
It's a first down for Bettendorf.
There's a little. Excuse me, Jim. Go ahead.
No,
little wrinkle. Yeah, a little wrinkle there by Coach Hobenick. He had a one-back set with 3 receivers to one side and did a quick pitch out to this side, and it was enough to get the first down, so they got themselves out of the hole down there.
Has he been playing every down on offense? Or getting the offense at all?
21-14 here in the Dandy. 21-14.
Welcome back, 4th quarter. just about to get underway with this play. Bettendorf leading 21-14 over Davenport West. Pitch to Numkina. Makes a couple nice moves. And the ball's loose.
Ball's loose.
Rule the ground caught.
That's going to be a West ball.
West ball. They rule West ball.
Again, I don't know who made the initial hit over there, but that's Tony Adrian on a recovery. Oh, wait a minute. We got to count fumbles here, Jim. We're right on 9. I think that's my number, isn't it?
I think I've got the shot to win this.
There's a lot of time left.
Anyway, it's a first down at the 33-yard line.
Right.
For Davenport West.
Well, Numkina was hit initially 4 yards deep in the backfield, shed that tackle, got up the line of scrimmage, and got hit a couple more times and coughed it up.
And we should say we think it was Numkina.
Yeah.
We don't know for sure.
Assuming.
Give to the second man through a tailback.
That looked like Pearson.
That's what I thought. Yeah, it is Pearson. He's got a little cleaner jersey, although he may have lost the cleanliness on that play. Arguello checks in. Hoyer checks out. Bennett checking in for Davenport West. So he's second down.
OJ led that play over to the left side. It's a off-tackle isolation play. Have no idea who made the tackle. Right side of the defensive line for Bettendorf. Eric Jesson's over here to his defensive end position. Adam Fay.
Split backs behind Mosier. Second and about 7. Give to Arguello. He's down inside the 25 to the 24.
Little quick trap there. That's what Arguello made a big gainer on down at the other end of the field there a while ago. Same play.
I'm pretty sure the Spanish pronunciation is Arguello, but I could be wrong.
I'm sure he'll forgive us. As long as we mention his name a couple times, even if it's wrong. I don't know. Maybe not, but.
It's a third down and about 4, a little less than 4 from the 24. It actually looks like they only have to get to about the 21-yard line for the first down. Barking the signals. Mosier. Give and smashed is Pearson. A great tackle.
Rob Colvin.
That definitely is the man, Rob Colvin, number 37. We've got, I think, even fingerprints on that one.
Could be a full Bettendorf full linebacker blitz there, Jim. And Colvin was not touched. I don't know. I'd venture to say Jess might have been able to make that tackle. Maybe not, but
Jess Medina,
our cameraman
and the producer of just about all the games you see on Cox Cable Channel 38, the replays, Family Ties Productions. I formation for West, fourth down. They're going for it. They need 8 yards. Fake. Back to pass. Mosier looking downfield. Has a man, but overthrew Arguello. Or was that Pearson? Arguello, I think. Incomplete. Whoever it was out there. Overthrown by Mosier. Not an easy night to throw. Incomplete, and Bettendorf is held once again.
Well, there's 2 situations where West probably should have got points on the board, even closer to the goal line at the other end of the field. But then they had a 3rd and 3 here and didn't cash on it, so they're going to have to buckle down here and see what happens.
Which is why you got to give credit to Bettendorf for those short touchdown drives in the first half. Both of them, first 2 scores, less than 30-yard drives,
I believe. Two shirts we can read now, too.
Yeah, that's right. One back behind.
That's going to be a motion penalty right there. We got trips over here to the right that time, Jim. Nick Daner, number 1, and Pat Franks, number 2. And it looked like either Colvin or Numkina was going to come up and set, but the quarterback ran a snap count, and he was in motion there. So we're going to get a illegal procedure penalty here, I believe.
Get ready to go.
Motion.
Both teams coming in here, as we said, 2-1. Bettendorf coached by
Merv
Arbanek. Okay, I was wondering if he was still there. Yes, okay.
Took a little nap over here.
Oh yeah, they have it there. I shouldn't even had to utilize you, Coach.
28 years, I believe he's been coaching over at Bettendorf.
9:38 to go in the game. It's a big game for both these teams. They come in here 2-1. We got a timeout for Bettendorf.
It really is a big game, Jim, because Ed Morrissey was just up here a while ago interviewing with Jim Fox on WOC, and right now they're the kingpin of the MAC conference of the 3-0. They got a big game tomorrow night with Burlington, and be interesting to see how that game comes out. But it could be. I can't see a team in this conference this year getting through the conference schedule with all wins. I really don't see that happening. I think it's a pretty balanced conference this year. There's some good teams in this league.
Well, you've seen a lot more games than I have, but I've had a chance to see a couple here, and I agree. It seems to be very balanced.
Burlington's lost the services of their great running back, Twilley, I believe, with a knee injury, and so they've got to pick up a pace to replace him a little bit. But again, everybody seems lost a good key player this year. Even Ed Morrissey over at Pleasant Valley's lost a couple of good players. Creighton Duncan with an ankle injury, and a couple of other good ball players. So
it's not an easy game down
No, it's
there.
not. No, it's not.
They don't lift all those weights in the offseason for nothing. Seth Holmes at quarterback gives to, I think it's Numkina, or is that Colvin? Whoever it is, it's a nice gain.
Inside
Colvin.
trap. Brought down by number 21, Mike Oberhaus, and good thing because he was gone. Getting Bettendorf overloading their offense that time to the right side. They're putting what we call trips over there, 3 receivers and running the one back, and just that time they ran it back inside with him. So
West Numkina or Colvin? I thought I saw 37 getting off the ground, but I could be wrong.
It almost looks like Colvin looks small, doesn't he?
Second and 3.
Given to that man again, and he holds on to the ball, and I think he's got the first down at the 41.
Joe Cardell making a tackle, and that is Numkina, number 33.
Numkina.
Think. Yes.
Yes, that's Numkina.
Right.
Definitely is. I think Colvin checking into the game.
Just got the old bifocals shined up a little bit, so maybe that'll help.
8:30 to go in this game, and the rain looks like it stopped again. It doesn't matter much to that field. It's a first down for Bettendorf. Boy, Bettendorf trying to go for a game-clinching drive here, grind down that clock and score. They've got a long ways to go, though.
That's a well-earned first down there that really got them out of deep in their own territory there. So see if West buckles down here. We'll see if Bettendorf buckles down. Here's this trips formation again out here.
Seth Holmes, the quarterback, pitching. Who's man? Numkina.
Good job out here by the left side.
Lost a yard.
Joe Cardell out here. Nate Robinson turned it back to the inside. Joe Cardell came over and made the play. That's how defense works. That's excellent.
Numkina, I guess there's talk that he may change his name to Mudkina.
Mudkina.
He is really head-to-toe mud. Got a good look at him there, and he was one of them nights where the mud's inside the socks, no doubt about that.
And they are right in the 15 yards of the field. It's the worst of all.
It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 40. Colvin and Numkina to give to the second man through.
Pretty good
Only gain of
defense.
about a yard.
Cardell, Eric Dilley on the play. Looks like number 99 maybe, Tony Paulson. Again, we apologize. Jim, I'm going to apologize for both of us.
Go ahead, Coach. I'm with you.
I'm going to drag you down with me.
I've been there tonight. It's very tough to read the numbers. Even though we can use the monitor up here sometimes, it's still very tough, as you can probably tell from your TV set. I formation, 3rd down and a long 8 to go for first down. Back to pass Holmes. Screen pass out in the flats.
Good job out there.
He's chopped down.
Joe Cardell sniffed that out like a hound dog, Jim. He was right there to make a tackle. Excellent play. Bettendorf trying to set up a little screen there. Cardell, excellent job.
That time I think they did pass it to Numkina. Anyway, it's 4th down for Bettendorf from their own 40. Holmes, a guy who's handled the ball a lot tonight, which is good as he wipes his hands with a towel, drying them off. Good snap. Had to catch it in the breadbasket. Gooch takes it at his 28. Has a little bit of running room if he can get by a few people. Gets about a 7-yard return to the 35.
Gooch earned everything he got there, Jim. All 6 yards or whatever it was of the return.
Couple dance steps, but he needed a few more. So West, 6:36 to go. They've had a couple real good shots here in the second half to tie the game. They've come up empty. They now are getting down to their last chance or two in this game with 6:36 to go in the fourth quarter.
I'll tell you what, Bettendorf is well camouflaged. You look at this picture we got right here. The only thing you can see on them is the stripes on their hats.
Good point. Independence Insurance Services Incorporated, 1519 East Locust, bringing you this game. On Cox Cable Channel 38, the give is to Pearson.
Oh, good D.
Got about a yard.
Good D by Bettendorf. Looks like Zambrano, number 42, Terry Walters for Bettendorf. Walters has played a lot tonight. We haven't seen a great deal of him in our Cox cable games. He's getting a lot of experience tonight.
More of a radio player.
Yeah.
West with the ball at their own 38, starting this drive on their 36-yard line. So they've got to go 64 yards to tie this game and to get a shot at tying the game or even winning it with a 2-point conversion. Give to Pearson, I believe.
Yes, it
has
is.
A little bit of running room. Skates his way the last 2 yards out to about the 45.
Brought down by Adam Fay. I can see that one clearly. Good gain, though.
Coach Cy Robinson with a vision at times of Superman from here in the booth. Jim Meenan here along with Cy Robinson. Happy to bring you the broadcast on Cox Cable Channel 38, 3rd and a long 4. They're going to spot it actually at about the 42-yard line. They got to get out to the 47. Let's make it the 43. They got to get to the 47. We've got perhaps too much time. Let's see.
I don't know if we had a motion there. Yep, we got a procedure call.
Huge call there.
Yeah, it was. That's a costly one. Now you got 3rd and 8, and that's tough to make on a night like this.
3rd and 8. That it'll be 3rd and 8. 5:10 to go in the game. We're talking extremely key plays here for Davenport West right now. This may be the biggest play of the game for them at this point, and likely a play that really could go a long way to deciding this contest. They've got a
one thing, if they don't make this, they've really got to hold them to 3. Otherwise, things are ticking away pretty quickly here.
Looks like about 10 yards to go but for the first down. They try to give it to
Zambrano.
Pearson and fool nobody. Zambrano all over Pearson.
Yep.
Loss on that play.
Yeah, Zambrano could have had one of them big dog t-shirts on right there because he sniffed that out. Good wrap job.
Sure could have. 4th down. And it's about 4th and about 12. They're going to punt from their own 36. Standing back at his 20 is Shane Cochran. Yeah, he's about at the 23. Pretty good, beautiful snap actually. It's a decent kickoff, a bit of a wobbler, but it may get a good roll. And it's just a little bit of a roll, but no return anyway for Bettendorf. But they don't mind. They've got the lead and the ball at their own 42, leading 21-14 as the crowd comes to its feet here. The Bettendorf crowd below us. Bettendorf up by 7 with 4:07 to go. Let's see how these final minutes go. Bettendorf coach has led the entire way, sprinted out to that 21-0 lead. Have held on for dear life here in the second half. Have done a very good job on defense. throughout this half. West has had their share of chances.
Bettendorf is the one that's capitalized on the mistakes, and that's why they're leading this ball game right now.
Give to the second man through, and a gain for Colvin of about 6 yards. Near midfield, about to the 48. It looks like they'll spot it.
Looks like they're going to go with just blast yourself away football here and try to control the ball, try to eat the clock, which is what one should do at this point.
They're doing a decent job of it. They 3:39 and counting for the Bettendorf Bulldogs. 2nd and 4. Numkina likely the man there. Give to him. He's got about 3 yards. He's going to be short of the first down.
Pretty fair defensive effort there by Nick Francis, number 68, Jesse Offner, number 51, O.J. Payne, 34.
Numkina, Nate Numkina, 6'2", 205, a senior.
I have an idea stat-wise, Jim. He's having himself a pretty good night. What do we have him at halftime for yards? I don't recall right now,
40s,
but sorry about
8
it.
for 44.
Yeah,
8 carries for 44.
And that for a fullback, 40 to 50 yards and a half is picking him up pretty good, I think.
Those stats courtesy of Darrell Bates Enterprises in association with the Quad City Times.
And all around nice fella.
That's for sure. So it's 3rd down, right at midfield. They need about a yard and a foot. A little more than a yard to go for a first down for Bettendorf. They get that, and they've got all sorts of opportunities. They might even be smart to take, well, I guess they're going to have to keep running some plays. I was going to say it might be smart to kneel down the way the ball's been so loose tonight.
Well, they'd like to have
I think we're still stuck on 9.
Yeah. They'd like to have a first down here, that's for sure. And this is pretty crucial for both teams. Eugene Bell's the defensive line coach over there, and Dave Brody, Al Blocker.
Even if they get the first down, they're probably going to have to run a few plays where they're trying to gain some yardage.
Go ahead.
3rd and 1. Numkina, the lone back, and
we're going to have a procedure call here, so it's going to be about 3rd and 7.
On their way down the field to make the jump.
I think everybody moved to the center, so everybody went on 1 and center went on 2. I got a little problem when they do that.
Something tells me Marv Hobenek is not sitting down there on the Bettendorf sideline saying, "Boy, that was a nice play."
Yeah.
That'll be gone over a little bit in the films. They're going to take a timeout, I think. No?
Yeah, I think Tom Freeman down there, or is that
trying to
Greg
signal.
Meyer, one of the defensive coaches? Yeah, they finally got a timeout called
for Bettendorf. So that's why we got a chance here to recap the scoring. Bettendorf on a short drive of about, I think it was 25-yard drive. Rob Colvin went over from 3 yards out. That was set up by a fumbled punt. Actually, West recovered. Shane Cochran bobbled the ball and recovered it, but he was sacked back there. So it didn't count as a lost fumble, but it did count as a loss of about 30 or 40 yards, perhaps, on the turn of events there. Anyway, Colvin went in finally from 3 yards out. Scott
Shara, I think it is. Yeah.
Shara, I'm sorry. Scott Shara. Couldn't read my own writing there with the kick. Bettendorf then followed that up with another score. Nate Numkina, a 1-yard run, and the kick was blocked. And then Bettendorf went up 21-0 in the second quarter when Numkina went over the right side from 21 yards out. And a PAT run was good by Bettendorf by Sam Trent, I believe.
Okay, Bettendorf up on the ball, Jim. Oops. Little pass. Oh, great play out there by number 21 for West, Mike Oberhaus, defensive halfback to this side.
So the score is 21-14 here. 4th down. Thanks, Coach, for taking over there. We had a little microphone problem. So it's going to be 4th down for Bettendorf.
We got 4th and...
Yes, 4th and about 7, and 3:06 to go. You pretty much have to boot it.
I would think so. Interesting to see if West puts the return on here, or are they going to block? Bettendorf center. And I'm not sure we'll catch a number on that because we want to give him credit because he's fired a ball. Their regular centers, Tim, I'm not sure if he does their long snapping or not. We're going to find out here in a minute. We want to give him due credit.
Ira Gooch, anyway, just to finish that scoring, brought West within 21-7, along with Cochran's kick with 3:42 to go in the half, and then Gooch went in from 13 yards out. Good kick there by Bettendorf. They got it off on a heavy rush. That ball rolling deep. It's going to go all the way to the 17, and Bettendorf will down it. So West with 2:58 to go has a long way to go for a touchdown, roughly 83 yards.
Well, West had the punt block on there, but great job by the Bettendorf line holding them out. And got the punt off, and a good punt at that. And I believe it was Sean Duncan back to return, and there was no return. So we'll see what West High can do in 2 minutes and 58 seconds here.
First down at about the 17. West has had their chances, Coach, in the second half, but right now they're facing
a
2-2 record if they can't march down the field here.
Here's West, 1st and 10 on 16-yard line.
Moser rolling right after the fake. Looks down the field. His man slipped, and it's incomplete.
Well, John Bloom had fallen down, and for Bettendorf, the defender, and the pass was intended for Darren Riggs of West, and if the ball could have been thrown to him, it could have been a big gainer.
Darren Riggs, 6'3", 215, an inviting target, but he slipped.
Yep. Good pressure put on there, I believe, was John Zambrano again from his left tackle spot over there.
Bennett checks in with a play for Davenport West. 2:53 to go in the game as that incomplete pass stops the clock. I think I go for a run here. This down. Give to the second man, and that is Gooch running wide left, trying to shake and bake a move or two, and he gets it out to about the 27-yard line, and I think he's short of the first down, but let's see.
Nice play to counter Trey. Joe Cardell coming around to this side blocking, and also number 74, Jeff Bass, a big right guard of West.
They're going to measure it here. 21-14, West trailing, but with the ball, if they're short of a first down here, it'll be 3rd and about a foot. They've still got a long ways to go. This game brought to you by the Independence Insurance Services Incorporated, 15-19, short by about 4 inches, if that.
What did you call that? I'm really wowed by that.
Well, I saw the official give the signal.
Talk about your X-ray vision.
Tell you the truth, Coach, I don't know if I was looking on the monitor or down there. Independence Insurance Services Incorporated, 1519 East Locust, one of our sponsors. Their number, 383-5559 for all your insurance needs. Cox Cable, Channel 38, Family Ties Productions bring you the game. Jim Meenan along with Cy Robinson, the old coach, the young coach, I should say. Anyway, 3rd down and about 4 inches. Well, they just signaled 4th down. Is it 3rd or 4th? I thought it was 3rd.
Yeah,
there
third.
we go.
Yeah, 3rd down.
There we go. The guy made a mistake. I thought it was 3rd. Let's see if Moser just goes with a, nope. Gonna give it a Gooch. He's got a first down.
Yep.
Not a whole lot more, maybe an extra yard is all, but he got past the 30, definitely a first down.
No doubt about that. That was ball's on the 30 now. 2:17 to go, Jim. That's plenty of time yet for West to get down the field, I think.
Andy Hoyer checks in with a play. Yeah, right, 2:17 to go. I think it's enough time, but West is going to have to, I think, use a pass or two to get there. Bettendorf's defense has really answered the call this second half when they had to. Mosier looking now, starts to run, and he is bottled up in the middle there. He might have got a yard, but not what he was hoping for.
Jim, I think we had a blown pattern there because Mosier looked short and he looked deep, and there was nobody deep in the middle where he was looking, so somebody missed a pattern call, I believe.
You might say if that was a quarterback draw, it was a quick draw after the other play evaporated. Second down and 11 from the 30-yard line. Their own 30. Davenport West trailing by a TD, and now they're down to about 90 seconds in the game. Another blown play, but a belated pitch to Gooch, I think, smothered by the Bettendorf defense.
Bettendorf defense picking it up a notch on this series. They know they got a minute and a half to save this game, and they've made up their mind they're going to do it. Timeout called here by West High, I think.
Yeah, West called time with a minute 19 to go. As that time is flying right now.
Coach Paul Flynn bringing them over. We'll see what he comes up with here. Third and a bunch.
Everything holds true in this game. The way, by that I mean if the score remains as it is, 21-14. Got to give Bettendorf credit because West had some chances there in that second half in Bulldog territory, but Bettendorf answered the call.
You're exactly right. When they fumbled the ball, they held when they had to, and that right now is a difference in this game. They've taken better advantage of the West High mistakes than West has of their mistakes. And
Bettendorf looking to go 3-1 for the season, while West will fall to 2-2. Their two losses coming in games where they definitely could have won them.
Well, we'll see what. Excuse me.
Their other loss. But Greg, it's not over.
No, it's not. Greg Meyer coming off the defensive huddle down there. We'll see what he's told the troops, and here comes West out.
Got to give these fans credit for both teams sticking it out tonight. They've been rained on it more than half the time out there tonight. Third down and about 16 for Davenport West. Mosier fakes, rolling right, looking, sets up the screen to Gooch. He's got a little bit of running room.
Got a lot of room here, Jim. He got a lot of room.
Breaks another tackle, and he's got the first down.
Nice running by Ira Gooch, Jim. I'll tell you what. There was a couple people had a chance to make tackles on him. He just slid away from him. Got one good block down there. I think that block was thrown by fullback O.J. Payne back there, and that's the one that sprung him out. A good play by West High School there.
An exciting run by Ira Gooch. Good call there. Get it in your most slippery athlete's hands and see what he can do with it. Somehow he got that first down. However, there's still plenty of real estate. 55 yards. West still has to go for a touchdown. Mosier looking over the middle. Ball is intercepted. No, dropped by Bettendorf.
Oh.
Wow, he all but had it. Number 80.
I think that's Kinsler. Is that 88?
Or is it Kinsler?
Is that Chris Kinsler?
It is.
Yeah, I believe it is. And he's upset with himself. He thought he should have had that tipped ball. And
it's either Mike Haley or Kinsler.
I think it's probably Chris Kinsler, but our apologies if it isn't.
My cameraman was saying 80, so
okay.
I felt like I should at least. Either way, second down and a second chance for West with 1:03 to go in this game. They need a tying touchdown here. They give to Gooch. He's bottled up on the left side. He does get out of bounds, but he gets no yardage.
Excellent defense there, forcing Gooch outside, and Gooch was smart to get out of bounds, though, to shut the clock off.
Not a whole lot of opportunities there for him with that play starting on the left hash mark, if there is such a thing out there on the field. And great containment by Bettendorf there. 58.6 seconds to go. Bettendorf has led the entire game. 21-0. They jumped out to a 21-0 lead in the first half. Been hanging on ever since. Gooch, the I back, the deep back in the I formation. O.J. Payne behind Mosier. Give to Gooch. Going the right side, slipping, sliding, cuts upfield, got some running room. going to be short of the first down, but only by a yard.
Sure. Again, another fine run by Ira Gooch. Jim looked like Jeff Bass threw a nice block to the outside, and Gooch cut inside it. Now someone's down here.
Well, Ira Gooch, I'll tell you this, I don't think we've seen the best of him yet. This kid's got some outstanding potential.
And I believe Gooch is getting up rather slowly here.
I think it is Ira Gooch.
I believe it is. And West doesn't need that at this point. Fourth down and a yard and a half to go with 42 seconds on the clock.
You give it to O.J. Payne with a rare carry. They only need a yard. He's the big fullback. Doesn't carry it much. Does a lot of blocking. Looks like Payne is the back along with Pearson. Split behind quarterback Mosier, who's going to run it, and he's got the first down, I do believe. Yes.
Well, they'll shut the clock off, and I think they'll come to the line of scrimmage and immediately down the ball so they can get a couple more plays called here.
Good running over the center and the right side of the Davenport West line. Craig Stender and Jeff Bass, as they throw it intentionally, legally intentionally grounding the ball.
Right.
There's only 22.5 seconds left, though.
Well, it took a little more than 4 seconds to stop the clock there. I was kind of curious to how long that takes to set everybody up, snap the ball, throw it down on the floor, shut the clock off.
So time for, I would think at the most, 4 passing plays for Davenport West. Excuse me, they're on the Bettendorf 43. 43 yards to go for a tying touchdown. Give to Pearson, halfback pass, looking, long pass downfield. Bettendorf intercepts.
Yep. Yeah, a little bit underthrown, Jim. It's hard to throw the ball that far on a night like this, and but it was a gallant effort by West High School, and that's probably going to ice this game for Bettendorf.
I think that was Kinsler, number 88.
Yeah, it's
with the interception.
See who's congratulating who down there. Look, been a great team effort on both these teams' parts.
Likely, anyway, Chris Kinsler, number 88. He's 6'2", 180, and it was a tall person who definitely had an 8 for his first number, and I look like a 88 there. So Bettendorf gonna down it here, and that should be the end of the game. What a great game here. We've seen another great game here on a Thursday night for Davenport West. The 2 games I've seen on Thursday, they've been involved in both of them. Unfortunately, coming out on the short side in some gallant efforts. This game went down to the second to the last play, I guess you could say. Kinsler's interception icing it for Bettendorf in the first Mud Bowl of the 96 season. The winner, Bettendorf, 21. Davenport West falling with 14. So West will go to 2-2 for the season. Bettendorf will go to 3-1. And tough loss for Davenport West, but you got to give coach, as we've said throughout the second half. Bettendorf answered the challenge once Davenport West got to within a TD.
Right. Only thing I feel bad about tonight, Jim, is for both these fine football teams to have to play on a field like this. It's really too bad, but that's the way it goes, and everybody else has the same problems. So
yeah, it's a shame there's not some financial benefactor who could bequeath a little money to the city of Davenport for one more field. It would answer a lot of problems and serve a lot of needs. This is probably one of the most used fields in the United States.
I would think so.
As what? Assumption, Davenport West, Davenport North, and Davenport Central, and St. Ambrose University all use this field. And on this week, seems like just about every one of those schools is using it.
Starting tonight, we'll have 7 games in the next 3 games on this field. So
7 in 3 nights?
7 in the next 3 nights. 2 tonight, 2 tomorrow, 3 on Saturday.
So, I'll tell you what, we'll be back with some final thoughts here. But the final, again, Davenport West falling to Bettendorf 21-14.